Okay, guys, welcome back to my channel and the fourth official episode of our next fall. Anyways, so today we're gonna be talking about a topic that kind of came to me at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Like I was like on Twitter looking at like people's tweets and like what people talk about and the certain content that they talked about, and it really just like occurred to me that like I know social media has an impact on people's lives and a lot of people let it consume them to like a certain extent, but I honestly have realized that like social media likes to keep people like depressed. It enables people's like depression and like sadness. And like I saw a tweet and it was like let's talk about how hard it is to explain to people that you're sad for no reason. What? Okay. I personally don't think that you can just sit there and be sad for no reason. I think that you are sad about something, it's really internal, and you either don't want to face it or address it or say it out loud. And people aren't able to properly deal with their demons and they let it consume them. And then so when they get on social media, there's a whole bunch of people who are like, oh, I'm so sad and depressed and depression and anxiety and all this stuff. And, it kind of like lets the other people know that like it's okay to still be sad and stay sad and just keep being sad and talking about how you can't talk about your problems and you can't talk about how depressed you are. And that's not even the case. It's just a matter of people not being honest with themselves or being able to properly deal with it internally. I think that like hurts people more than it helps them. I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I think that like things like depression and anxiety are a mental thing. I'm not saying that like people don't go through it. I think that it's just like if you're going to say things like that, I think you should lead people in the right direction. Like, I've been where you've been before, but you can overcome this. I've been depressed before. I have moments of anxiety all the time, but it's just like you have to literally be able to talk to yourself and control your brain because it is you. You're within yourself. Nobody else, no other doctor who diagnosed you as being depressed or having bad anxiety can tell you what is going on in your mind, essentially. I also constantly see this little, maybe not false narrative, but we're just gonna use that for right now, of what love should be like. Like, it was like, somebody had taken a picture of their boyfriend with all of these gifts that he just bought her, and somebody was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to experience a love like that one day. What the fuck are you talking about? She literally could have taken a picture of him with all of these gifts because he is apologizing for cheating. What? That doesn't guarantee love, him buying you a whole bunch of gifts. People show love in different ways. And what if you get a partner who doesn't show love that way? So just because what you saw on social media doesn't happen to you in real life, you're not getting love from your partner? People are sick. That's weird. Like, why would you like literally think that what you see on social media, what people are going through on social media, you have no idea what these people are going through behind closed doors. You have no idea the problems that they face. You have no idea what she's going through with this guy or what he's going through with that girl. That guy could beat her. He could be cheating on her all the time. He could have gotten another girl pregnant, and this is how he's trying to apologize. And you're talking about, so I can't wait till I realize what kind of, or till I experience this kind of love. And there's a whole bunch of likes and a whole bunch of retweets and a whole bunch of, reposts and all of that stuff because there's a whole bunch of idiots who are thinking the same way. No offense, but seriously, like, come on now. Just because you see people in pictures looking happy doesn't mean that you know their story. You have no idea what is going on. Just because, I mean, what you see on social media can only tell you so much. And then even like The couples, like the YouTube couples that you see, you have no idea what happens behind closed doors. Love and relationships is work. It's not all fucking rainbows and butterflies every day. That shit is not, that's not real. So then it kind of like replaces in a way like things like you know how they talk about like how the Disney movies and the princesses and how they like led us to believe that all of this happens and it's always happily ever after and all of this stuff. This stuff on social media, what you see, has officially replaced it. Like, it's definitely taken its spot. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not mad or anything. It's just that when I see people like my little stepsisters or my little cousins, and you know, they talk to me about like the people that they follow on, you know, all of these social media apps, and talk to me about their relationships with their boyfriends and all of this, I have to deprogram and rewire and give them the real, exactly what happens. That's not real life. This is, they're only showing you the good. They don't show you the bad, what happens behind the scenes, or what happens, you know, they might even be pissed off during that picture or that video. They just have to put on a fucking smiling face for the camera. Whatever the fuck. People can do whatever the fuck they want. Think about real life. Which kind of leads me to this whole false advertisement thing. There's so much false advertisement in so many different aspects as far as like what beauty is and what's cool and what's not. And if you didn't do this, then you're not this cool type of person. If you didn't do this, then, you know, and it's just like weird. It's like every single time I see posts like that, it just makes me think in my head, like, who made you the official person who decides what's cool or not? Who made you the official person who decides how people's lives are supposed to go? And if they didn't go this way, then you're not this type of person, or you're not accepted, or you're not with the in crowd. I think that's so awkward. People do not let people do what they want to do. Like, people literally wake up with the lowest self-esteem and comment even on posts like this video and have some shit to say, but could never do the things that people do. Like, I feel like posting on social media takes a lot of confidence. You kind of have to like go out there and know that you're going to get backlash. You're going to get a lot of criticism. You're going to get a lot of hate every single day, because it's just like people who couldn't even do the things that you do take time out of their day to do that. Like, how? Why do you even care? Nobody is letting anybody do what they want to do. They think that they should do it how they're doing it, and if they're not doing it how they're doing it, then it's not correct. But why is your way correct and mine isn't? Just because we operate different, we all live in this world. That doesn't make any sense to me. And just like I think social media can be toxic if you let it be toxic. But like, on the other hand, no, that's just period. If you let it be toxic, if you let it consume you, if you let it get the best of you, if you let it control your everyday and your every move, and you care so much about what people think, and you care what people are saying, and you care about these likes or these comments or whatever, then that's when it becomes toxic. If you go on social media and your relationship is based off of social media, everything your partner is doing on social media and all of this stuff, that's when it becomes toxic. If you think that you have to look a certain way and it's not even truly how you want to look or how you really feel, and you're only doing it, putting on a show for social media, that's when it becomes toxic. I think social media can be fun. I think you can have fun in here. This is how we connect to different people all around the world. But people kind of turn it into a negative thing. And I mean, I don't know. I honestly can only just give my opinion. Like, it's literally just what I see all the time. It's like, I don't know, it's a lot. Like, why even, I don't know. I honestly, these were just like thoughts that I had. I honestly would love to hear like feedback and other people's opinions. I feel like I just kind of like touched base on all of the topics that I was like thinking about in my head, and I know some people are gonna feel some type of way because I talked about depression and anxiety, and people live with this and all of this stuff. So that's just what I think. stay tuned for the next episode, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
You next up, you next up, you next up, you next up, baby. There must be something